All right, friends, here we go. We're on Wednesday of week 5. Number 1 says what digit is in the 10,000s place. Number 3, 389 plus 567 is equal to. Number 3, which does not show the commutative property of addition. And number 4, Linda is raising money. I'm sorry, that's a typo. Linda is raising money for cancer research. She wants to collect $500. So far, she has collected $267 from family and $204 from the community. How much more money does Linda need to raise to reach her goal? So if you have not finished the work for this, pause it and go back and get the work done before checking your answers. Okay, number 1. If you are done, continue on with me. So number 1 is a place value question. And we know that in our place value street, we have 2 houses. Each house has 3 rooms. I'm going to label my rooms. So it's the same pattern everywhere we go. Ones, tens, hundreds. Now it's not ones, it's thousands. But I still have 10, but it's in the thousands house, so it's 10,000. And hundreds, but it's in the hundreds house, or the thousands house, so it's 100,000s. And I'm gonna write my number in. My number is 45,367. And it wants to know what digit, meaning number, what digit is in the 10,000s place. So in the 10,000s place, I have the digit 4. So digit means number. So the digit is 4. If it asked for value, it would have been 40,000, but it didn't ask for value, it just asked for the number. Okay, number 2, we have addition, 389 plus 567. Okay, 9 plus 7. Well, I know that I can break 7 into 6 and 1, or 1 and 6. Let's do that. 1 and 6. 9 and 1 is 10, plus 6 more is 16. 1 and 8 is 9, so I have 9 plus 6. I'm going to break 6 into 1 and 5. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 5 more is 15. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 5 is 9. 956. I'm just showing you different strategies so that you don't need to use your fingers. If you can make 10 or use numbers to help you make 10, then that makes your addition really easy. You can break apart numbers to help you make 10 as well. Okay, so look for ways to make 10 because we know that anything plus 0 is itself. All right, number 3, which does not show the commutative property of addition. Remember, commutative means commuting. I go home to work every day, and at the end of the day, I do work and I go home. So I'm going the same places, but in a different order. So commutative is different order. Same places, same numbers, but in a different order. So we have to check to see, are all the numbers the same, but are they in a different order? So in A, we have 5, 3, 9. So 5 over here, 5 over here. So we're good. 3 over here, 3 over here. 9 over here, 9 over here. So we're good. The same numbers, but in a different order. We have 5, 3, 9, and then we have 9, 5, 3. Okay, the next one, we have 3 numbers, 7, 4, 3. We're gonna look to see, do we have them on the other side? 7, 7, 4, 4, 3, 3. 7, 4, 3, 7, 3, 4. Same numbers, different order. Letter C, I have 3 numbers, 9, 8, 2. 9, 9. But do I have 8 and 2 on the other side? Nope. So even though that's a true statement that 9 plus 8 plus 2 does equal 9 plus 10, it's not the commutative property because it does not have the same numbers on both sides. D says 6 plus 5 plus 4 equals 4 plus 6 plus 5. I need to see same numbers, different side, and different order. 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, and they're in a separate, different order. So our correct answers there are A, B, and D. Okay, we're gonna get our UPSC chart ready for number 4. If you haven't already done it, get yours going. Pause the video after I read it. It says, Linda is raising money for cancer research. She wants to collect $500. So far, she's collected $267 from family and $208 from the community. How much more money does Linda need to reach her goal? So if you're not done, pause and work on it. Okay, so for those of you who are done and ready to move on, we're gonna go through sentence by sentence. Sentence 1 says, Linda is raising money for cancer research. That is fabulous, but not important to our word problem. She could be raising money for monkeys. It doesn't matter to us. The next sentence says she wants to collect 500. So we're gonna say that she has a goal. That's her goal. She's trying to collect $500. Oh, and you can't see that, sorry. Her goal is $500. The second sentence says so far she has collected 267. So she's collected 267. And again, doesn't matter. That could be from people on the street. It could be from family. It could be from friends. It doesn't matter. And 204 from the community. So she's also collected 204. The next sentence says, how much more money does Linda need to raise to reach her goal? Question is always important. So we're being asked how much more money to reach goal. How much more money to reach the goal? Okay, and similar to yesterday, there are 2 ways that we could solve this. Okay, and I'm gonna kind of show you with that part whole diagram like I did yesterday. Here's Linda's goal, $500. That's where she wants to get to. So far, she's gotten 267, 204, and we don't know how much left she has. So there are 2 ways to do it. I can subtract 500 minus 267, and then subtract 204. Or I can also figure out how much has she already collected. All this stuff in blue, she's already collected this. So I could also do 500 do the 260, put the 267 plus 204 together down here, and then do the question mark, how much is left. So you can put the 2 sections together to see then 1 piece rather than 2 pieces. So either way you want to do it, you can either do 500 minus 267 minus 204, or you can do 267 plus 204 and then do 500 minus that. So 2 different ways, both are going to get you to the right answer. Okay, so first I'm going to come down here to solve. We're going to first do it with the subtracting both numbers. So we are starting with 500 and we're taking away 267 that she's collected already from family. More on the floor. Go next door to borrow 10 more. No one's home. So we go all the way over to the 5 and borrow to get 10. Still can't do 0 minus 7. So I have to borrow again. I'll trade in one of those 10s for 10 ones. 10 minus 7 is 3. 9 minus 6 is 3. 4 minus 2 is 2. I'm gonna check it, make sure it's right, because if I do that wrong, then step 2 is certainly going to be wrong. So I add from the bottom to the top. 3 plus 7 is 10, 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 6 is 10, 1 plus 2 is 5. So that checks out. So now I can do the take away 204. Because this is what's left after doing family. Now she has also collected from the community, so we need to get rid of that as well to see how much is left. Okay, bigger number is on the floor, so I'm gonna go next door to borrow 10 more. I had 3, I got 10 more, that's 13. 13 minus 4 is 9. 2 minus 0 is 2, and number's the same, 0's the game. And I'm gonna circle that because that's my answer. But I need to check it to make sure that it's correct. So I did 204 and 29 should get me to 233. 4 plus 9 is 13. 1 plus 0 plus 2 is 3. And 2. So 233 is what I started with there. So if I solved it, subtract and subtract again, we get $209. I personally like adding better. So I usually solve it where I put the 2 pieces together and make one giant piece and then do my subtraction. But again, it will work both ways. It's up to you what makes more sense to you. So right now I'm doing the addition to put my 2 pieces together to figure out how much money has she collected in all. 7 plus 4 is 11. 1 plus 6 is 7. 2 plus 2 is 4. So in all, she's collected 471. Again, I'm gonna check it. The opposite of addition is subtraction. So I'm gonna subtract. Bigger number is on the bottom, so I'm gonna go next door to borrow 10 more. 11 minus 4 is 7. 6 minus 0 is 6. 4 minus 2 is 2, which is what I started with, so I'm good to go. Now I need to do the subtraction to see how much money she has left. I have the in all, but I need to know how much is left to go. So 500, take away 471. Bigger number is on the bottom, so I need to go next door to borrow 10 more, but no one's home, so I go to my neighbor. I go down the street to my neighbor down the street. From the 5, I take 100 and turn it into 10 tens. That doesn't help me do 0 minus 1 yet, so I have to go to my tens neighbor now to get 10 more. 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 minus 7 is 2. And 4 minus 4 is 0. So again, I'm getting $29 as my answer. I need to check it with addition to make sure that that is correct. So 471 plus 29. Oh, and that's off the screen. There we go. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 7 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. 1 plus 4 is 5. So that checks out. So again, you only need one way to solve it. You don't need to do both. You can either just subtract and subtract again to figure out how much is left, or you can figure out how much money has she raised in all, and then figure out how much more does she need to go. Okay, 2 ways, whatever makes more sense to you. And also it's a preference of, do you like to subtract or do you like to add? I personally would rather like to add and only have to subtract once, but your choice.